Hello, I'm Connor Churchill and this is my network. Here I have, this is actually meant to represent one server and one virtual server. However, later I realised that these are taking additional place on the switch, so however I did this for my use, this is going to be virtual servers, okay? On the virtual server I've configured DNS, HTTP, DHCP, FTP and SMTP. I suppose I should probably start off with FTP. Here is an example I did earlier when putting this through testing to see if it functioned correctly. Here I opened up a directory and transferred one of the piece of data in the directory to this computer, and it says transfer complete. Therefore, I'm notifying FTP protocol is functional. We then have SMTP. I've only configured this on 2 devices at the moment, because here we have 14 different computers. Well, it saves lifetime. However, in a real network environment, I would set all of these up with, access to email. Let's do an example of this. Test. Here you can see all my failed attempts of this recording already. There we go. Lovely job. I have configured all of the devices on this network, including the HTTP and DNS server. I'm going to get to that in a second. I have configured all the devices on this network with dynamic addressing to the subnet mask 224. The reason why I've chose the subnet mask is because it allows for 6 different subnets, each with 29 different users apparently. The reason why I've gone for this is because there are this network is sectioned into 4 different departments, as shown in my diagram previously on my assignment. And if we have 6 subnets, this will cover all 4 of the departments that are there, as well as having 2 for when the business owner wants to expand later. And plus, I believe the switches I'm using only have 8 RJ45 connectors anyway, leaving 4 more for every office as well. So yeah, that's a lot of wasted IP addresses, but I don't know. Less than the class A. And plus, when you do subnet masking anyway, you're always going to have IP addresses left over. So this is how I've configured this. Which to show you that each computer is actually on dynamic addressing. Now moving on to the DNS and HTTP server. The reason why I haven't gone for static IP addressing on this one is because whenever I try to access the website on static, it wouldn't cooperate with me. So what I've done is that I put it on dynamic IP addressing. Dynamic addressing. This would only be, a short-term thing, and I would not recommend this because with dynamic addressing, a device could be basically a device could change its IP address like that, or get given a new IP address like that. But because domain name systems, they they change IP addresses into alphabetical characters, right? So this means at some point you might, if you have an IP address 10.0.0.018 associated with www.connor.com, and then suddenly the IP address changed, and someone tries to type in www.connor.com, as that name is associated with .18, it wouldn't actually pull up the website as it's now hosted on .20. So when showing me that this works, if I just go into, let's just type in the IP address just to make things easy. I do believe this was the last thing. Okay, so here we have a functional DNS and HTTP. It may not be optimal, however, it is functional, and it shows what it has to. That is in fact all my protocols and the way that I've done things. I guess there's one final thing, just to show if the network's functional, see if I can ping another machine on the network. So if we go for ping, what's this cookie? If we ping .6, as it's on the other side. Yep, here we have 4 sent, 4 received, so the network is functional. Here we have printing services, also set to DHCP. This is in the head office. I guess it just saves on funds and lets the managers know what their employees are up to. This is what